I am really thankful to Dr. Dwivedi and his team for organizing such activity for the benefit of the students. The participants, who are mostly perhaps from our institution, they all will be benefited by the learned speakers, which just he elaborated that they have been invited, resource person have been invited from the top-notch institutions of the country like AIMS, NITs and IITs. As you all are aware that this software is a versatile software and it has lot many applications, not only in electronics engineering field but in almost all engineering disciplines. Because of certain compulsions during COVID-19, the situation has further enhanced its uses so that the students can learn lot many things with respect to the design, with respect to the simulation, with respect to the modeling, to their engineering problems related to their disciplines. I am confident that the learned speakers will give hand-on experience, hand-on training, a comprehensive training to our students, which they will get during next 2 weeks. They will collect the different information of their domain and it will be useful in their professional career. I once again congratulate Mr. Dwivedi, who is doing a lot of efforts, and his team for doing activities for the betterment of the students, for the benefit of the students. I wish all success for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving such a motivating words to us. And we heartily thank you so for continuously guiding us to do these all activities. Head of the department, Professor D.K. Srivastav, sir, to give highlights of the activities being organized in the department in the this season of this time of COVID-19 pandemic.
Thank you, Dr. Atul. I am audible? Dr. Atul, yes. I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Respected Director, sir, experts Dr. R.N. Patel from NIT Raipur, Dr. Lalit Sahu from NIT Raipur, my colleagues, all faculty members, especially Dr. Atul Kumar Dwivedi, who has taken a lot of pain to organize this webinar, Dr. Sehnaz Ayub Madam, who is doing very hard work and has already organized so many webinars, and she is active in this webinar also, and my dear students. I am thankful to Honorable Director Sir, who is constantly motivating us to organize webinars to utilize this time for the benefit of students. He himself is attending all the webinars to motivate us and inspire us and bless us. Without his support and guidance, it is not possible to organize this webinar on Matlab for engineering graduate, which is very must and useful for every engineering student of any branch of any year. I am thankful to Dr. Atul Kumar Dwivedi, who has done very hard work to organize this webinar on very useful topic for the students. I heartily welcome all my experts, Dr. R.N. Patel from NIT Raipur and his team, Dr. Lalit Sahu from NIT Raipur, Dr. Sweta Mishra from AIMS Bhopal, and Dr. R.B. Pachauri, IIT Indore. I appreciate the participation of students in good number. It is very beneficial program which is essential for engineering students. An engineering student essentially know Matlab to solve complex mathematical problems. Moreover, it has many simulation tools on almost all fields. So directly it can be used for simulation and doing analysis of complex problems. I am thankful to TechUp coordinator Dr. A.K. Nigam for his cooperation and support. I wish all the success for this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the details of the activities being organized in the department. Now, here we have with us Dr. Lalit Kumar Sahu from National Institute of Technology, Raipur, Dr. R.N. Patel from NIT Raipur in this program. I will give a brief introduction of both of them. Then I will ask them to speak some words over this program. Dr. Lalit Sahu is from Steel City, Bhilai. He has done MTech and PhD both from Man Bhopal. He is currently working as assistant professor in Raipur. He is very active researcher. He has many projects. He has published many publications in reputed journals like IEEE Transactions and elsewhere Springer journals. He is very active reviewer also in IEEE Transactions and journals. Second expert is Dr. R.N. Patel. He is known for the Matlab. When I was a student, I have learned started Matlab with his training only. He is my teacher also. So I would very heartily welcome to him in this program. He is a PhD, MTech and PhD from IIT Delhi. He is very expert in Matlab programming. He has published book with the international publisher Pearson in the Matlab programming. He has guided many students of BTech, MTech, and PhD in the programming related things, and he have many publications in this. He have served various faculty positions in the prestigious institutes of India like BITS Pilani, IIT Roorkee, SSTC Bhilai, and currently he is in the NIT Raipur. He has organized many big international conferences, international workshops, international tutorials, and other events. He is a very active person while in the teaching and research. Dr. Patel have received Career Award for Young Teachers from AICT New Delhi. He have got a support from MathWorks Incorporation, which is a producer and license provider of Matlab for his book program. Dr. Patel is in this program. Now I invite Dr. Patel to say a few words of the program, about the program, and I start the session.
Thank you very much, Dr. Atul, and respected Director Sir. Happy to hear your motivational words beginning of this session today. And Dr. D.K. Srivastava Sir, HOD of the department, respected faculty colleagues who are present in this. Am I audible, Atul?
Yes.
Okay. So I think because Director Sir is here today, I think of course you talked about Matlab, but Matlab, Director Sir, especially I want to tell you that Matlab has been my hobby. In fact, I am electrical engineer, but more than electrical, I have what I've shown interest. I didn't write a book on electrical, but I wrote a book on Matlab. So basically, Matlab is a passion which drives me, and actually Atul was a student when I taught him Matlab here at the Bhilai. So glad to see and hope that this course will benefit all of you, the students. I guess this is mostly the BTech students of which branches. I would like to know before I start, Atul.
Yes, sir.
Which branches students are there mostly? Can you tell me? I want to know briefly about the audience so that I can.
Students are from Mostly students are from electrical and electronics, and there are some other branches also.
All right. So basically, so I'll mold my different examples for the students' suitability. But because Director Sir is here, I would like to give an overview of this course. So can I share my screen? Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So let me share my screen here with you all. So this is before we start this course, I'll give you an overview of this course. I thought Atul will give you that, but since I have this ready with you, this thing. Atul, this is visible? Here,
Yes, sir.
Atul? Okay.
Yes, sir. This is
So we
visible.
are respected directors and faculty members and dear students.
Hello.
This course will
Yes.
be on Matlab 40 hours. So this course consists of Matlab is a very important software, as director sir has told that actually basically even the HOD sir said that everybody, all engineering graduates should be familiar. I'd say that at least they should be familiar with Matlab, because Matlab actually helps you in numerical computation and data visualization. It's one of the important software where you can design your systems, you can test your systems, you can analyze them, you can conduct research. Basically, let me tell you, all the higher studies, when I was a MTech student of IIT Delhi, I started using Matlab in 1998. Yeah, 1998 onwards, I started using Matlab. That time it was very, very few, rarely used. So after that, I did my PhD and I did my research based on this software. I would say that majority of the students of electrical electronics branches, and even nowadays, I would say that computer science also, IT, and even mechanical, civil, they're all using Matlab for the research. If I talk about NIT Raipur or IIT Roorkee, where I taught, where I was teaching earlier in IIT Roorkee, all my scholars use Matlab. So basically, I would say that more than 95% students of these branches, which are soft branches like electrical, electronics, computer science, IT, they're all using Matlab for research. Basically, this particular course will benefit everybody. It's a design for all. It can even benefit teachers. It can benefit students, and it's a general course because the introductory course on Matlab. Basically, this will cover hands-on. The special feature of this online classes, you can find that there are many online classes nowadays. Everywhere, Coursera, Udemy, everywhere there is online class. I would say that what is the specific highlight of this course is the personal hands-on. We have designed this with Dr. Atul. This course is designed to provide the students with a hands-on experience. We have thought of dividing the practical labs into two different parts. At least, just like we have theory and tutorial, we have thought of making tutorial sections smaller, where I have a student team who will be assisting me, who are my scholars, to guide the students with a hands-on experience. After every class, there will be practical problem solving live sessions, and there will be course material, and we'll be providing the students with the tutorials, webinars, demo examples, and so on. So this course will be very comprehensive and very much kinds of, kind of personalized course. Compared to other online courses, this course will be personalized because we will answer the queries after every class, which is not done by other courses. So here, this has 4 modules. Module 1 will talk about Introduction to Matlab. I will start this today. Normally, the classes have been arranged in the morning hours, as I understand, morning 11 to 1. And the lab is arranged in the afternoon, somewhere in 2 to 4, I guess. So that's what is the normal schedule for this course from tomorrow onwards. Morning 11 to 1 is the theory. So first module will talk about Introduction to Matlab. Second module will talk about programming and functions in Matlab. Third module will talk about modeling with Simulink. Simulink is a very important counterpart of Matlab, where students can model their systems and analyze them. So that is the third module. The last module is covering the basic aspects of some higher topics like artificial intelligence, fuzzy logic, neural network, optimization, where Dr. Atul specializes in optimization. He has done his research in optimization. So he'll discuss about fundamentals of optimization, and I'll also personally discuss about GUI, graphical user interface in Matlab. So basically, this is a learning outcome for the first module. These are like one can learn about Matlab Desktop, how to write simple commands, how to execute, and how to use arrays, matrix. Basically, Matlab is based on matrices. So the name itself is a matrix laboratory. So this will talk about matrix, their operations, and plotting also next, and loops, conditions. So basically, basic programming and the basic introduction to Matlab is the first module. Next module, these are the lecture plans. So this is a approximate plan which we had designed earlier. So this one, second module, will talk about functions. So MATLAB functions are very popular. MATLAB has some thousands of functions for every branch of engineering. May it be civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, control system, whatever you say. It has special functions for every category. MATLAB is known for its functions. So we'll talk about how to use those MATLAB functions for different subjects according to the need of the student. We'll also talk about how the students will learn to write their own functions. So they can learn how to write functions. They can use, like curve fitting, integration, differentiation, interpolation, and so on. So this is the second module. Third module will be, these are the lecture plans for the second module. And third module will be regarding the Simulink model, where we'll cover the system modeling with Simulink. So we have basic mathematical model, block diagram model, physical model, difference between all those models, and how to integrate your model with the M file program. That means a student can work with a model as well as a MATLAB program. Integrating them together, we'll discuss on that. So I have covered, a lot of these things in my slides. I'll be sending those materials to you. These are the lectures planned for this third module. And then lastly, this fourth module will be talking about AI, artificial intelligence, like neural, fuzzy, and optimization techniques, especially these algorithms which are often used by researchers. The students will be familiarized with this kind of basic techniques of optimization. That's the last module. So roughly, this is the broad overview of the subject, and we'll mold this according to the needs of the students. So I'll be taking majority of the classes, and Atul will be assisting me. So that's what is the overview of this module. I hope it was clear to you. And with this, I would like to, if you say, maybe Dr. Atul may like to speak, or sorry, Dr. Lalit may like to speak, or else I would like to start hands-on practicing, presenting my first session on this. So that's what I wanted to tell about this, Dr. Atul. So should I start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I will like to ask Dr. Lalit Sahu, sir. If he would like to speak something about the program? Welcome, Dr. Lalit Sahu, sir.
So Dr. Lalit will be assisting me with the Simulink sessions as discussed with Dr. Atul. I think, yeah. Is he present there?
I think he left in between because of connectivity or some problem. So let us finish up the inaugural session here, and I would like to invite Dr. Sahnaz Ayub to say a vote of thanks about this inaugural session. After this, we will start the first session of this.
Thank you, Dr. Atul. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Atul Dwivedi, for giving me this opportunity. It is a matter of honor and pleasure for me to propose the vote of thanks, as we are already indebted to our Honorable Director, Professor V.K. Tyagi, sir, under whose able guidance we have conducted lot many activities in our department. He has always motivated us, cooperated us, supported us at any time, and at any at odd hours also. And I think under his able guidance, we have learnt lot many things. Though, like before COVID-19, also we had conducted lot many workshops under TechCube 3, etc. And prior to his joining in this institute, there were no such activities. Like after his joining, we have rushed to the activities, and lot many activities we have conducted. So it has definitely strengthened our model. Definitely has added value to our capacities, abilities to conduct the events. Now we think that working with such situations, working under his able guidance, we think that there is no such event which we cannot plan, like which the BIT can plan any of the event, any event which is of higher level, we can plan that. So I am really thankful and grateful to our honorable director for his support, cooperation, motivation. I am thankful to Professor D.K. Srivastava, Head Electronics and Communication Engineering and Head Electrical Engineering. He has always cooperated us, like with, there is no such activity where he has refused to work or where he has refused to coordinate, where he has added some negativity kind of thing. Nothing like that. He is always ready to render his cooperation and always more supported us. So thankful to head EC and electrical engineering department. I would like to thank our TechCube 3 cell, especially Professor Nigam sir, Professor Amitabh Srivastav sir, and other staff also. They are always kind enough to help us in managing our activities, planning our activities, and organizing our files, etc. So we are I am from on behalf of my department and on my own behalf, we are thankful to TechCube 3 cell. I must appreciate the efforts of Dr. Atul Dwivedi, since many days he is working with me, and we have organized one webinar on 3rd also, and one webinar today morning also. The today morning webinar, it was like in association with State Project Implementation Unit, but in spite of Atul was having this work of this particular webinar on Matlab, he had cooperated me like anything, and he had helped me to organize those webinars also successfully. So with his cooperation, it was possible for me to organize the webinar successfully. So I must appreciate the effort which he has taken, and he has worked really hard to organize this webinar also. He has drafted the contents of this webinar with the help of experts, Dr. Professor R.N. Patel, Dr. Lalit Kumar Sahu, and other experts also, and beautifully drafted. I had gone to the contents, and even Professor R.N. Patel has also explained. When we were doing our MTech PhD, that time MATLAB was very new to us, and it was a craze that we used to say with a proud that our thesis is based on MATLAB work. That time it was a craze like MATLAB, but today also it is not outdated. MATLAB is the useful and very important software, and Atul has done excellent job to organize this particular event during this COVID-19, because lot many students, they were contacting us, they were making the phone calls, they were they were too stressed to with their internships and with their training programs during this COVID, because they have to fulfill their some academic criteria also. And Atul has organized this program for 15 days, so I think it will be very beneficial to our students to somehow count this to internship kind of thing, or somehow count to the training kind of thing. So with this, and I'm without the experts, this would not be possible. Dr. R.N. Patel from NIT Raipur, Dr. Lalit Kumar Sahu from NIT Raipur, Dr. Shweta Mishra from AIMS Bhopal, and Dr. Pachoria also from Indore. I'm thankful to all these experts who have helped to organize this activity, who have planned the schedule properly so that none of the content should get lost, and students should be benefited with all the aspects of MATLAB. And it would be beneficial to all the branches like computer science also, electronics also, and like a good structure, good plan of this particular program. I think I must acknowledge the efforts of our student. I think some students are coordinating also. So I must acknowledge the efforts of students, and they have joined with a large number. I think I could see 73 students having joined, and from various departments they have joined. So I must acknowledge their efforts to join this program, and I hope that they will be there for 15 days. They would attend this program not only today. They will attend this program sincerely for 15 days, and they would definitely be benefited, because lot many tutorials, hands-on practices, programs have been included in this particular program. Atul, I think before closing this session, I think Nigam sir has joined. So would you like to
Okay.
ask him? Yeah, I could see him just now. So once again, I'm thankful.
Okay, he called me. Okay, Doctor, I would like to welcome Dr. Nigam, Professor Nigam of BIT Jhansi. He is TQ coordinator and continuously supporting us to organize such programs. Welcome you, sir. Sir,
Mic on
I will like to invite you to say a few words.
माइक ऑन करिए सर. निगम
Sir,
सर
mic on.
माइक ऑन करिए सर. निगम सर माइक ऑन करिए.
Sir, का mic है drop है.
Yes.
Hello.
Sir, आपको हाँ mic on हो. Okay sir.
Yes, yes. Mic
Okay
is
sir,
on.
welcome.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Hello.
I request participants not to present their screen. Our coordinators may
Okay.
remove you from the meeting. If you continuously present your screen, you may be removed from the this meeting. So I request
Thank,
you all not to present your screen.
thank you.
Okay, sir. Sorry, continue.
Thank you, coordinator. Atul. Atul ji. In fact, definitely. Firstly, I should say that this is a good start that you have just tried to make a 5 days program. That too for the students for Matlab, because we are finding that just to stop one pandemic, we are trying number of ways that how the chain can be broken. At the another hand, there are a number of activities for which we are trying to how they can be continued. So definitely this is one of the important way that how we will be connected to our students, and that too they are being benefited. Now in this regard, I will definitely say that there is a lot of contribution of our director, because he is always trying to boost the things and try that we all should do some work, at least each and every teacher should do such type of activities, so that we are being connected with our students, and the students should not feel that we are not doing any such things. And these, under such circumstances, definitely such courses are going to be a big benefit, because this is the time when students are quite reluctant, because they are not having much of the work. But the students who are just going to develop something, this is the high time when they can develop their skill, and definitely when the good days will come, they will flourish and they will show their talent. So I think this program is just definitely going to be a great success for the BIT and for the mankind. Now with these words, I just hope that after this workshop, you just try to get a feedback from the students also. With these words, I congratulate you, and I hope a big success of this course. Thank you. Thank you, Atul.
Thank you, sir. So Atul, you continue with the technical session.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your inspirational words in this program. Now, I would like to continue with the technical session. I would like to invite our expert, Dr. Patel, to continue with the first technical session of this program. Thank you so much. I thank everyone who have joined in this program. Okay, sir.
Thank you, Atul, and thank you, Dr. Nigam, sir. Thank you so much for your encouragements. Atul, can I start the session now?
Yes, sir. You can start.
Give me a minute. I have to switch to my other system, because Matlab is in the other system. I just take 1 minute time to switch to that. Okay, can I join that? Okay, just give me 1 minute time to, because I have Matlab in the other system. I'll just turn it on. 1 second, just 1 minute I'll take. Okay.
I can see people have joined from all over the country. Many people have joined from outside our institutes. So this program is also representing BIED to them. I'm seeing in the chat they are writing their names and affiliations. So I can see people are from Coimbatore, some are from Bihar, Patna, and many other places of Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, BIT, of course, students are from BIT Jhansi, and from other states like Maharashtra. So this program is become a national program because of being online. So in fact, this online program has been very useful also. Sir, if you are ready, then please tell. I will.
Yeah, I'm back, Dr. Atul. I'm back here. So, yes. Can I start? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, should I start this session, first session of this technical, right? Okay. So, let me share my screen with you all.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm going to start directly hands-on. Basically, I prefer to work directly on the Matlab rather than just speaking on slides. I would like to work on Matlab directly. So, Dr. Atul, let me know if there is any difficulty in hearing
Yes,
or seeing.
I
Okay.
can see your window, MATLAB window. I can see. This is now
Okay.
MATLAB window is visible to everyone.
Okay. Okay. So,
Participants can click on the. There are two names of Dr. R.N. Patel. You can see in the party people list. There are two names. So just click on the presentation one and click to pin. When you click on pin, there is a pin like a symbol, pin to screen. When you click on pin to screen, you can see the MATLAB window. I request participant to pin on the MATLAB window screen of Dr. R.N. Patel.
yeah, what do you see here, Dr. Atul, or
Yes,
anybody?
sir.
Yeah, what do you see in the screen? Just testing whether it's readable to you or not.
Yeah, screen is readable.
What do you see here?
Hello, BIT Jansi.
Yes.
Participants kindly write in chat box what do you see in the screen of Dr. Patel.
Yes, please just check it out. Checking it out. Just checking it out whether you can all read it or not.
Yeah, I can read, but I am seeing. I want some participants to write in the chat box, so I can see that people are able to see how hello BIT Jhansi and then good evening to all. Yeah, I'm seeing that participants are writing in the chat box.
Yes, so
Is it
that's
readable?
okay. It's readable. I have tried to increase my font size. So let me start. Ready with this? Okay. So let me, Dr. Atul, please let me know if there is any problem in any way, right? So
Yes, sir.
let me directly go to this one. So basically, before I started this MATLAB, 1 second. I just wanted to close this. Okay. So before I started this MATLAB, there's a MATLAB icon. Okay. Whenever you start your MATLAB, you have to go to this, and I have number of lecture slides also. I'll share that all with you. Like here, when you turn on MATLAB, like this icon, you'll get into this one, and CLC. Okay. So now actually there's a default view. Once you turn on the MATLAB, today's topic is Introduction to Matlab Desktop. So I'll be sharing the slides with you all later on, which has a hands-on for you. So this is a slide on this chapter. I wrote a book on MATLAB. This chapter 1 of that talks about MATLAB Desktop. This is a book with Pearson, which I wrote in 2014. So that book is available online also. So that is that's Introduction to Matlab Desktop. We'll talk about Matlab Desktop. When you turn on Matlab, basically Matlab is a high-level language. It's a initially they had basic programming languages like Fortran and all those things, COBOL. I request the participants to mute it. Dr. Atul, please mute the participants.
Yes, sir. Participants can see.
You can mute somebody's echo noise is coming. Okay, all right. So basically, MATLAB is a it's a like fourth generation language. MathWorks is a company By the way, these slides I will share with you. I request you all not to note down much, not to, what you call write notes. It's a different kind of class. Normally in the class you should write down and you should what you call make notes. But here this class, this whole workshop, I would suggest that you pay attention to the what you call pay attention to the content and don't have to note down, because we'll be sharing all the things with you all in later on. MathWorks is the company. It's a very multi-million company which manufactures this. Every year they have two versions of MATLAB. Like 2020A is the current version, 20B likewise. MathWorks.in is the Indian counterpart of Indian website of that same company, and you can log into this website to get free MATLAB. If you do not have MATLAB, I think you all have in institute license. You can work online MATLAB also nowadays, but otherwise you can download the free version of MATLAB from this website. So this is what we are going to discuss about Matlab Desktop. So this is what actually when you turn on the Matlab, what appears is called desktop, just like you have your computer screen. This is the Matlab Desktop. Okay, I'm having this 2015 version, but after 2013 there is not much change in the overall layout of the MATLAB. After 2012 there was a different layout of this thing, but right now the default layout is this one. If you turn on MATLAB, you may see something like this. This is screen. So today I'll talk about these windows which you see here. Okay, this is a layout and default. I suggest that from tomorrow onwards the students should prefer to join by the laptop, not by mobile phone, because in mobile phone you cannot see the fonts very clearly. So I request today we'll have a short session. From tomorrow we'll have regular class from 11 to 1. This one is called Matlab Desktop. The first window is called command window, as you can see from here. Hope you can see this font. The next window is called current folder. Okay, the other window is called workspace. Okay, and there is also another window which is actually for programming. Okay, that will come into this thing. If you do default layout and default, you'll get all those windows. So normally when you write a program, it will come in this window. All right, so these are the 4 windows. So I'll talk about these 3 windows, then I'll come back to the next one. So this is called MATLAB command window. So MATLAB is a very versatile language which actually has many functionalities. It's a very simple way of programming and it's very popular, because if you want to write anything in C++, at IIT Roorkee I was a faculty, and as I told you, programming is my hobby. So I actually learned C++ long back in IIT Delhi as a student, and I was teaching IIT Roorkee. I was teaching a C++ course there also. But then you see that C has a lot of things like header files, C++. Of course, industry is using it widely. In fact, MATLAB is also based on that thing, interpreted on C only, C++. But basically, it has different kind of interface. Here, there is no need to declare the variable. In C programming, if you see, I think you also may have a course on C, C++. So in that, you have to declare the variable like integer, float, and all. Here, you can write simply like this. The first use of MATLAB is used as a calculator. A is equal to, say, for example, 4. Right? What you see here, A is equal to 4. I did not declare. Suppose B is equal to, I write it as, let's say, another thing as a, let's say, 8. Right? 8. And then if I write down, C is equal to, what's that? Or simply write down, even without that, if I write down B by A, it will give me answer as 2. What I have is that it's the first user of MATLAB as a calculator. You can use MATLAB as a calculator. It can simply write down your expressions, your values, and you can work on that simply like this. And there is a command called WHOS, whos. These commands are some basic commands which I'm talking to you today. And if you write down these things, you will find out that you'll have this thing. So normally when you do not write anything, just B by A, it goes to the variable ANS. ANS is the variable answer. ANS is the default variable. So MATLAB has many things that are by default assigned. So there is no need to assign any file. There is no need to write any code as such. Simply you can write the commands and in the command window, and the command will be executed. There is no executable file required for simple commands like this. So this whos command is a very interesting command which gives you about the variables A, B, C, X, Y. X, Y was sometime before. Let me just clear it all. Clear all. I'll write it again. CLC. I'm again starting from fresh. A is equal to 4. B is equal to B is equal to 8. And C, not C, just B by A. B by A is equal to this. So that's what, when I write down whose command, it gives me A, B, C. A, B and answer, sorry. C, I'm not used C. There are 3 variables right now. A, B and ANS. What are the variable types? Here the whose command describes the variable types. Right now these are the 3 variables A, B and answer. A is a 1 cross 1. This is very important for those who are new to MATLAB. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar, but I'm thinking that I'm starting from the 0 level. So every student who is even new to MATLAB, who doesn't know programming, one misconception is that you must know C++ or C or Fortran to know MATLAB. No, it's not like that. You need not know the French. You need not know English to know French, right? French is a language. English is another language. It's not required to know English to know French. Similarly, it's not necessary as such to know C++, Fortran, or any programming to know MATLAB. You can start from any level. What is required is logical sense of things. It's your logical ability to understand different things. If you know C++, well and good, because it develops your logic. Basically, programming is important because programming helps us to develop logical ability. I hope you understand. That's why I like it for this thing. Programming helps you to think in a rational way, in a systematic way. So even in life, it is important. That's why directors have said in the beginning today that everybody, even the HODs have said that every engineer should know MATLAB. I would suggest that if not MATLAB, at least know any one programming language in your life. You will develop as a better engineer, whether it's a C, C++ or whatever, Fortran, because once you learn any programming language, it develops your sense of logic, right? So I hope I am audible. Atul, is it clearly audible? Yeah?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, so I was talking about the variables here. So what are the variables? A, B, and NS. What are the sizes? This is 1 cross 1. MATLAB means matrix laboratory. The full form of MATLAB is matrix laboratory. 1 cross 1 is X1. Basically, A, B, and C are actually matrix. Please listen. Not C, answer. It's a matrix. A is a matrix. You may say A is a value 4. Yes, correct. But it's also a matrix. The first lesson for MATLAB is matrix-based language. Whatever you do is in matrix. Whatever is happening is in matrix, in arrays. In C programming and Fortran, you have to write arrays separately. But in MATLAB, everything is array-based. Therefore, it has special powerful features. Okay? So you don't have to declare the variable. Default variable is matrix. It's an array. 1 cross 1. Even 4 is a matrix of 1 cross 1. 1 row and 1 column. Right? So please, students, please pay attention to this. Tomorrow onwards, we'll also have lab sessions, so we can practice it also. So right now, pay attention to this one. B is also a matrix of 1 cross 1. If I multiply B by A is what? It's not a division of two values. It's a division of 2 matrices. Anybody among the audience? What did I say? Just now, what did I say? What is B by A in this one? Among the audience, students, I said A is a matrix. I said B is a matrix. And what is B by A? This is slash. Slash is division. Okay. What is B by A? I just want to know from the students, just to keep in touch with you. You are able to understand. Sorry. Yeah. So I said it is B by A is a matrix division, right? Division of one matrix to other matrix. That's also a matrix. Okay. This is also matrix. 1 cross 1 matrix. So this here the rule will be matrix law. Okay. It will be matrix law. So this is the command. Now there is one command called CLC. One command is whose, which talks about, okay, before I go forward to this one, 1 cross 1 is a matrix. How many bytes? 8 bytes. What type of data? Double. This gives you description. Basically, character has 1 byte. 1 byte, I hope you understand. Okay, integer has 2 bytes. Float has 4 bytes. And double has 8 bytes. So basically, by default, the variable type is double array. Okay, double array. The default variable is double array, right? Okay, something else is coming. Okay, sorry, I was writing something. So right, so this is the whose command, a, b, and this one. All right, so this is a. Now let's go forward. CLC is the command to clear your screen. Now suppose I want to go forward to this one. There are current folder. This is the first window. First window, you can write commands. You can actually execute those things. And there is something called the workspace here. When you're writing these things, so I have just CLC is to delete this, to delete the screen, right? So where workspace is storing the values. A, B, and answer are stored in this one. ANS is some here something different. Okay, I think it's changed the value because of some other execution. Okay, B by A, B by A. Okay, let me do that. Okay, all right, here. So A, B, and answer are 3 variables. These are stored in the workspace. This is the second window. If you want to increase the window size, you can do it like this. If you want to take the window out, you can do it like this. Okay, here is the workspace. I've just changed the window's location. The first window is the command window. The next window is the workspace window. I just changed the layout of this window. If you want to go back, you can do default layout. So A, this is the command window. What you see is the workspace. If I write C here, C is equal to A plus B. What is happening is that it's being stored here. What you see is the workspace. Workspace is the memory where MATLAB stores the data, right? So workspace is the place where the variables are being stored. Even if you do CLC, the workspace is intact. The values are there. If you want to write B, you can get the value of B as 8. It is already stored in this one. You are able to see the memory of this. Okay. So right now, whenever I'm doing something, workspace is storing those values, the variables. And when you do clear, next command, clear, say for example, B, then what happens? B is deleted. Okay. CLC is different. CLC will clear the command window, but clear command, clear, will clear the variable. If you do clear all, okay, clear B or clear C. Right now we have only A in answer. Okay. So similarly, if you do clear all will clear entire workspace. Normally, when I start a program, I start with this command, clear or clear all, so that I have previous programs are running. You may have variables assigned. You may not be able to use it again, or it may be overlapped. So therefore, you use this clear all before you start a new program. Next one is the next window, which I'm seeing here is the current folder. My current folder has my, if you see the top of this thing, this top bar, it has the current folder, the location. My current folder is C drive, users, Vivek, desktop, MATLAB programs. This is my current folder. If you want to change the current folder, you can browse from here. So you can make current folder different. What is current folder? Just like when you write a Word file. Normally, you know, when you write a letter, when you write a Word file, your documents are stored in some place. That is current folder. It's like we call it in the olden this thing system. It is called current directory, or okay, current directory. The same thing, current folder. In MATLAB, we call it current folder. Current folder is the location where your files are being stored by default. Otherwise, you can store save as. Generally, when you write a Word file, you save something, it goes to My Documents, right? My Documents. My Documents is the current folder. But you can also save it as some other place. So similarly, my current folder is having this one. I have different programs. Suppose, for example, this program, experiment number 1. I did it for my students in IIT Raipur. I was doing a workshop. So I can open this program. Current folder has this one. I can open this experiment number 1. So this is simple program. Something is here. Either windows are arranged. This, what you see here is called, you know, the M file. M file. I'll talk about this, how to write M file, undock. This is the M file. So this is a simple M file. So basically, I have my files stored in my current folder. So this one, maybe you can discuss about this program. Before that, let me talk to you about this. Anything in the current folder, it can have M file, it can have model file, it can have figure file. All those things are being stored in this one. Typically, there are different file types. If you go to this thing new, you'll find out what are the file types: script, function, figure, model, GUI. These are different file types in MATLAB. So apart from this, before I go to programming of MATLAB, I will discuss about other things in the desktop. Today's topic is introducing you to the desktop. So we introduce you to the command window. I introduce you to workspace. I introduce you to current folder where there is a figure also. If you open this thing, this figure is stored in current folder. Maybe some other time I have done a programming. If you just click on this one, you can open your figure. So there are figure files, there are model file, there are many other files which are stored in the current folder. There are functions. Is the figure, right? So is it visible, Dr. Atul? Is this visible to you? This figure? Okay.
It is visible to me.
Yeah. Okay. I hope every student is able to see the screen which I am sharing. I hope they know that. So this is one is actually, you see there's a plot here in sine and cosine plot. You can see that sine and cosine plot. I will discuss about this in the next few lectures, how to plot a particular waveform. Okay, generate a waveform and do that. These are the current folder which contains those things. So those are the kind of files stored in the current folder. Let me first let's talk to. Yeah. So okay, next one is so current folder has the files stored in this one. Now let me talk to you something about the current directory. There's something more. This workspace stores the variable. My command window is to write the commands. Okay, and current folder has the files, right? There's something. Then go to the first one. This top bar is called toolbar. Okay, here you see the basic shortcuts. Here you see new script, so you can open a new file. Okay, once again, if I want to open a new file in MATLAB, you do it like this: new script. We call it script, M file, MATLAB file, programming file. It opens a new window. It's called editor window. I'm introducing you to different things, features of this desktop. This is a new file. I can write program here in this new file. Normally, whatever I'm doing, okay, that's not being stored. But if you want to restore it, you write a new file. Similarly, you can have other things, new function or new figure or new model, like that. Similarly, there are other things like in the top. This is toolbar of MATLAB, which has also that import options. You can import your Excel file. You can import data from some other files. You can save the workspace variables. You can assign new variables. These are different things. You can open a Simulink model from here. You can change the layout of this desktop, where to see which window. You can set preferences, okay, like that, set path, and those things are. We'll discuss about some of those things in the course of the discussions. Right now, this layout is important. You see, the layout is default. So normally, I'm seeing this is how do you arrange your windows? Is a layout, right? The layout you can have normally default layout, which is actually this is the normal arrangement of the command window current folder, but you can change it by dragging it like this, by including this one. You can change it like this. You can minimize, maximize, undock. You can separate it out. Likewise, once you have, so whatever you want to do with this thing, you can minimize this thing, so you can see one window in a proper way. That's the way you can change the layout of this one. But when you want to go to the default view of this layout, just click on the layout and go to the default. You'll get the windows back to the screen. I hope it is clear to you. Now let's talk about. We have another 5 to 10 minutes to end this session. So I'll just some more features of this MATLAB desktop. So tomorrow we'll have proper class from 11 to 1. Preferences. So the preferences is the place where just like in a mobile phone, you have your what you call settings. I hope you understand. Everybody is familiar about settings, right? Mobile settings. Similarly, the preferences is the settings of this particular view, MATLAB, what you're seeing. You can set preferences. So, right, for what are the things here? You can set the, what kind of font you want, what kind of font size you want, what kind of color code you want. All those things are there. Colors, for example. These are the color codes of MATLAB. So you can change the color code also. So for example, MATLAB follows the color coding. So if, when you have a piece of code, you have different kind of colors assigned to that. For example, this is like, you know, simple commands are in black color, text is in this purple color, the loop is in these are in blue and all. So this comment is in the green color. All this you can see, keywords are in this color, strings. So you can change the color. Keywords color, if you want to change, you can change the color. These are settings. Why this color coding is there? Because you may want to see the, yes, just 5 more minutes. I will wind up. Okay, so hello, yeah. So these are the settings. Okay, color codes. Similarly, fonts, very important. So these are the font sizes. So right now I want to present to you, I can increase the font size like this. Okay, so this is the font sizes you can select. These are the settings. So you can see that if I do it, there are other settings also. This is font size. What do you see here? The font size is increased, right? This is bigger font size. So similarly, you can set the font sizes, colors with the example of with the preferences. One more thing before I end this session is two more things I'll cover. Then I'll end it. One is called you can go to layout. You can see command history. Okay, there's something called command history. Command window, command history window. So I want to enable my command history. So I want to enable this thing. So that is actually here. Okay. So command history will be there. 1 second. Layout. All right. Command history. Let me show the command history. Okay. Somewhere it is. Just a second. 1 second. Layout and command history. Okay. Just a second. Layout and default. 1 second. I don't know. It's okay. I'll talk about it. So command history is a place where your commands are being stored. So whenever I write A, for example, A equal to 4. From where did I get it? This is the command history. So all this is the command history. You see, command history is here. In this one is showing like this. Okay, fine. I got this. Fine. Yeah. Here's the command history. The command history stores your variables. For example, right now we started this programming at today on this date. Okay, 5th June, and I started this somewhere, and we were doing this kind of things. Okay, and these are the commands I stored in the command history. What you're seeing is the command history. You can see this top of this command history. The command history has stored all those things. For example, hello, VIT Jhansi, good evening to all. Those are all stored. Whenever I want it back, I can go to the command history and simply copy it, and or simply select it again, or I can create it again, enter it all, or you can take it to M file. So this way you can enter. This way command history, again you can get it, and you can minimize this thing, and that command history stores all your commands. All right, so this is the what you see here. I just now executed this command history, and I can see my actually a lot of commands were there. Okay, let me change the font sizes. So preferences, I can make it a little smaller so they can see it properly. Okay, that's what you can change the font sizes of other things also. So that was the way. Okay, CLC was there. So you can see from the command history all the commands. Whenever you write, suppose for example B, and if you say arrow, it is already calling the values, right? The previous values of B. Or whenever you write arrow, this is calling different previous commands. From where? Okay, this one, for example, this one and this one. I'm not typing it. I'm calling it arrow. This is actually coming from the command history. The command history is actually not a file. It's a history of your different commands. Whenever you write arrow sign, you can call the previous commands, right? This way you can change the values of it. You can even change this thing. Okay, B by 2A. Likewise, you can change your commands by calling from the command history. and finally you can store those things in a new file also. So that's what I think basic will I can talk to you. I think today's session time is already getting over. I can talk to you how to write a new program, but depending upon your time available, I can talk to you about it. Otherwise, tomorrow I think I'll discuss it tomorrow. Dr. Atul, should I continue or should I start do it tomorrow? Yeah, Dr. Atul, any questions? Because I think today is Dr. Atul, are you there? Should I continue or do it? Any questions
Okay,
from the
sorry,
audience?
hello, yes, sir.
So should I,
Yes,
should
sir,
I
I am
end it?
here.
Should I
Yeah,
continue?
yeah. Today I think we can stop. We'll continue tomorrow, and I
Yeah.
will share to all participants the time in new
No,
link,
no.
Google
Before
link.
before ending it, we'll have a few minutes for questions. Okay. So that any problem students are facing, we can know that. So that few minutes to
Yes,
express views
yes,
or
yes.
students, participants, or any faculty who is present. Let me stop sharing my this one so that I can turn on my video. So
Yeah,
participants,
participant.
any audibility problem, any problem that you can find, please report to us so that tomorrow onwards we can. Okay, I'll be sharing the slides with you all. Yeah. So was it clear to participants? Was it any questions on this today's class? Yeah. Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you, Ashwini Kumar, Madhav, Prakash. Thank you. Anita,
Anyone can
Anita,
speak,
thank you.
unmute and speak.
Yeah, they are writing. They are writing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
okay.
see a lot of
They are writing.
comments.
Okay, anybody has a question or anybody has a difficulty? No, Ashish says no problem. Pankaj Sharma, all right, thank you. Kishore, thank you. Mahesh, thank you. Ravindra, okay, that's good. So students are able to write that they're able to understand. Any
Okay, I
queries?
can see. Yeah, I
Any
think
queries?
this session was interesting and the people have really enjoyed the session. I thank Dr. Arun Patel to giving us such a nice, wonderful session and on MATLAB. Now let us conclude this program. I think
Yeah.
we don't have
Thank you.
question.
Thanks,
Those who
Kanika.
do not have MATLAB, we shall start this tomorrow's session. Before the session, we will do how can you install the MATLAB? We will help you. So many people are saying, some of them are saying that I don't have MATLAB. So we will help you how to get a MATLAB.
Okay, thank you, Kanika. Deepti, okay, all those they send a message. Madhav and so on. Okay, Madhav Prakash. Okay, so a few things from my side. Thank you all for your participation. I would request that. Thank you, Vinay Kumar, and Anita and all. So I'm getting a messages. Shivam, thank you. Okay, thank you, Pankaj. Okay, please repeat how to see command history. Oh, कल करेंगे कल. Yes, ठीक है. Somebody said. Anybody else questions?
Schedule of the course. Okay, I will share.
Jarina has a question, command history. All things will be answered. By the way, participants, it is not one way. It is two way. We'll have every class followed by a lab. So you have ample time. Shivam says, sir, please provide recorded lectures. So that's the request from Shivam. So
Sure,
we'll
sure. We will be sharing the link of the recording.
Okay.
Definitely will share.
So,
So I will because it takes time to get recording after the session. So immediately we cannot share. We will share after the some time when we will get the recording.
Yeah, and yes, Shivam, we'll do that. Yeah. So a few more things from my side. Class.
Hello.
So there will be a class and there will be lab. Everybody should join lab.
Hello.
Yes, please. Who is saying something?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, who is that?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, myself, Pawan from Dekresh Murthal.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to have one session on data analysis on MATLAB. Signal
Okay.
that is signal process. How to upload signal any data in MATLAB like biosignals, EEG signals.
We'll do that, but it is actually depending upon because it's a bit basic course. but we'll try to do that later on. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. What's the mess? Okay. So few things from my side. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock. One is that you can all, try to join from laptop. First request, because laptop you can see the font properly, not from the mobile phone. You arrange the laptop to. Yeah, we have any certification? I think Girish will have it. Yes, we have certification.
Yes,
Girish.
we will.
So, Atul sir, there are
Yes,
questions.
definitely we have certification, and there is one comment
Yeah.
on Google Classroom. We shall start from tomorrow. We'll create a classroom for participants. Google Classroom.
As I told you, it's a different from the other online because we'll be personalized. We will answer your queries. We will have labs. We'll have problem solving. You can interact, but the class time normally, will be focused on the concept, and lab time will be small groups. So first request from my side is that you should all have laptop. Number two, you should all have Matlab. Okay, if you don't have, talk to Dr. Atul. Number three, you should practice the problems given to you. Every day we'll be sending you problems, not many, at least three, four, few problems based on the class. You should come to the class next lab. Before that, you try to. In fact, lab time is for problem only. So we'll give you time for solving the problems before us. So we'll guide you how to solve those things. But you should have Matlab for that. Or if you don't have Matlab, you should have online Matlab license. Dr. Atul will help you so that you should practice it. I talk to I will tell about Matlab that it's like swimming. Whenever you learn swimming, you cannot learn swimming by seeing the Olympics games in the television, right? You understand? You learn swimming only by going into the water. Similarly, you learn Matlab only by practicing. You cannot. Yes, Meenakshi. So basically, you have to have practice. It will be waste unless you practice it. You'll forget it. So we'll have every time we'll have a practical session. We'll give you questions, and we request you to practice it. And we'll have lab classes. In the lab time, you will actually solve. So first, again, I repeat, you should all join with laptop, not with mobile. Number two, you should also have Matlab installed in your laptop. Number three, you should practice the problems sincerely. Number four, that you should not hesitate to ask questions, because we'll arrange small groups for the lab where some of my scholars will be joining and helping you. So I think we'll have 10 to 15 to 20 students in one group, and remaining, so we'll have two to three groups at least for the class. So these are the few important points, and you should have better headphone, because these are the tips for you for learning. You should have headphone because you may not be able to hear the voice properly. So use your headphones and mute it whenever you're in the class. These are the few tips. Any other tips from your side, Dr. Atul, for tomorrow's class? Otherwise, we'll end this session today. Dr. Atul, please. Thanks all for being present. And these are the tips for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Do not join with mobile phone. Join with laptop or desktop. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And I would like to say that the announcements we'll do in the Telegram channel, that is common to all. So the Google Classroom also will be creating for sharing the presentation and the recordings of the session. Okay. So and other exercise notes, etc. So the link of the Google Classroom will be shared on the Telegram channel that is shared with all of you. So I am sharing the link of the channel again, so that if you have not joined, kindly join the channel of that. I am sharing the link here. Kindly join. I think most of you have already joined, but still, if somebody who is here and not joined the channel, you click on this link that is shared in the chat. You can join this. You can post your queries there also. Of the time, if you have some problem, you can post there. When we will be live, we will be answering your problems.
Yeah, the problems will be answered.
Thank you.
In live sessions. Okay, in the lab. Okay, Dr. Atul, thank you. I'll join tomorrow 11 o'clock.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks to all the participants and respected faculty members, HOD and Director sir, and Nigam sir for being present today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kanika. Thank you, Girish. Thank you, Suchi and Pavan. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pitam and Ashish, Pankaj. So thank you. There's the messages from the students. So thank you, Vinay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. See you
Joining
tomorrow.
the
7 o'clock.
program.
Well, thank you, Shivam. Bye. Thank you. I'm ending the class here. Thank you.